It always feels so good. It fits me. All right. It's fucking St. Patty's Day, dude.
Oh man.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah,
For that.
I'm always happy for that. Salud.
Salud. Actually, we'll go even harder to get me banned in Britain again. Bagabalage. And
Nostrovia?
and Chucky our law.
Hmm. Okay.
If we're gonna be green today, let's be green.
Oh man.
Well, I know that you've heard of an Irish goodbye. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where you leave without saying anything.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever heard of an Irish hello?
No.
That's where you don't even show up to the event.
Oh, okay.
My wife's really good at doing that.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I
But she is excited to actually go for your birthday. She is. Because just like you, she wants meat in her mouth.
fair enough.
A
It's
good
not
steak.
yours.
A good steak.
It's not yours.
Well, I mean, it's getting hot. It's getting sweaty. That's one of the local things that we have to talk about. It's going to be reaching 100 fucking degrees by the end of next week. I looked at Laughlin, 107 by Friday. And that's
dry
where my
heat.
wife is wanting
It's
to
a
move to.
dry heat.
It's a dry heat. My balls are going to be soaked and saturated, motherfucker.
Our
There's
chickens are
nothing
very
dry
glad we
about
put up
that.
some shade for them this
That
week.
means I'm going to have chafing in my thighs and in my butt crack. Fuck that noise.
So, seeing as it is St. Patty's Day, we have business to do.
Okay.
We are smoking green cigars.
Yeah, we were smoking those for a while now.
Well, I got you a second one of the same one because they're pretty damn good.
They're tasty. I mean, like, I can do, like, the opening, the beginning, and middle, and end on this already, but I will save it for the end of the show.
Yes, but we are smoking the Founders Candela. Candelas are generally green cigars. They are cured green. So St. Patty's Day, you gotta smoke a green cigar. Do you know who really likes these?
Me?
Our sound guy, Jeff. Jeff is
Yes,
all
I
about Candelas.
I know all about smoking them.
Yes, Jeff is all about them. If there's a Candela, he'll smoke it.
If it's something green, he puts it in his mouth. Kind of sound like a stripper at that point in time.
How'd you know about Kermit?
Hey, man, the only thing that chases more redheaded short people is a leprechaun. I'm just telling you right now. They're like, oh, I'm following me, Sandy.
So do check out the earlier half of the show, which is posted as a separate video to make sure that she's not attached to the bullshit we talk about.
Bullshit we talk about. No. The shenanigans that we get into.
Exactly.
Yes, it is shenanigans.
Shenanigans, you say. That's
We-
across the street.
Hey, once again, we want to give her plausible deniability.
Exactly. And as a candidate district attorney, that's important.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's not relevant what
It's
her
not
opinion
relevant.
on the Iran conflict is.
Exactly.
Plus, I don't think she's a cigar smoker.
No, she's not.
So-
I don't want to draw her in and have her sit here.
And
with-
we're being like old school diesels because we're like rolling coal. Hey, not that way. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Sitting there looking like you're giving a big old summer sausage a fucking hog down.
That's my wife. Okay.
Sucks on your toes?
Yes.
Because, I mean, that's about the size of a calf, and that's what she was holding. So.
Exactly. Takes a whole foot.
Yeah, it's not that way down below. I mean, she might do the fruit by the foot, like. Skinny, mini, mini. All right.
Okay, what do you got for local, Jacob? This is your local day.
Local. Give me a second. Jesus.
Jesus. Let's talk about my local.
Okay.
Rats. Rats.
Oh,
Everywhere.
dude.
Rats.
The rats
that-
are coming.
That's one of the things that I do on the side as a courtesy to our official pest control company,
Okay.
All in Pest Solutions. Mostly because Ryan had a really bad experience under a house with a rattlesnake,
Yeah, that's.
and he
Never would
does
wanna
not want to repeat said experience.
I can understand that.
And me, at this point in my life, I get bit by a rattlesnake, the rattlesnake will die.
I don't know so much about that, but sure. You're not Chuck Norris.
But in the last couple of weeks, I've had to do quite a few rat removals.
Mm.
And it appears
Now, when you say rat removal, are you talking about like they're alive and you have to go in and like
they could be.
bite them Mortal Kombat wise?
They could be.
Throw some elbows on them?
No, mostly they're dead.
Okay.
Mostly underneath manufactured homes.
Yeah. That tends to happen a
Um,
lot.
where they go looking for water under there and shade and all that kind of thing.
Well, they find water, they find some place that's in the shade, and then all of a sudden they're like, and die.
Exactly. But just be cognizant that it is rat season. They are the new rats have been born.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of them.
That doesn't really surprise me due to the factor of we have a lot of lush green vegetation
Yes,
that's
with that
growing
late rain.
all over. We had that late rain. We had some freezing temperatures, so there might have been some busted pipes. I know
Mhm.
personally from that,
Yes,
but it wasn't
or
so much
pipes that weren't glued.
pipes that weren't glued
first
because they were established back in the year 2000 before we had.
Building codes.
And you,
Well, no, we had building codes.
Oh.
We just didn't have any permits for them. It was the wild, wild west out here. So it was just like, put it together, and it's done. And we're like, yay.
faster the better.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, like, everybody.
It also comes with the rise of chickens.
Mhm.
A lot of people are doing chickens.
Mhm.
And it's
Chicken
the,
fucker.
it's the season for people to get into chickens, and they don't realize that chickens bring rats.
Between feed and the thievery, yeah.
Feed, the egg thievery, the availability of water.
Yep.
If you're laying down a straw bed, the rats will nest in there.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of places for them to hide.
Mhm.
I mean, even when we were, I think it was your garden bed.
Oh yeah, we were finding rats in the garden.
Not rats. We were finding mice. But like, it's an easy switch over when all of a sudden you go from a rodent that's body size is 4 inches into now you're getting into the 6 to 8 plus.
Exactly.
Because I mean, like, I think it was last year I had a kangaroo rat that got into my HVAC system.
Oh man.
And I was sitting there like I was in a Christmas story with my little baby gun, my Red
Keep
Ryder.
your eye out with that thing.
Oh yeah, well I was aiming for him, and I think he had something in his system because he was a little and slow as hell, and I was able to peg him twice. Not that way. Pause. Pop him twice with the Red Ryder BB gun. Don't you give me that look, you dirty little heathen. Yeah, but that was a disruptful night of sleep due to the factor of I do believe it was like the kangaroo. No, it was more the kangaroo one, and it was jumping up and hitting my vents. So every once in a while, I'd hear metal just clang, and I'm like, "What the is that?"
Is death threat.
And I found not one, not two, but 3 different vents that were dislodged in some way or another. So that thing was head jumping, headstrong into it to try to get the hell out of there, and couldn't. And then finally, we left one open. Cool. He hopped out, and I went pop, pop. Okay. I didn't give him the full 50-cent treatment because I was making sure he was done and done. But living out here,
Mark.
you definitely need to take care of your pest control because once they make a nest, you want them to die.
You want them gone. And
Yeah.
the one we recommend is All In Pest Solutions.
All right. I actually have to get into my logo right quick.
Yeah, get into your local.
Yay! All right, cool. Oh, tomorrow morning from 8 to 9, P-Town Litter Pickers are going to be doing hosting an event at Oak Ridge Road and Mans.
Get it done, boys. Get it done.
I really support that group, and I hope that the city continues to work with them,
Is waiving the dump fee for them.
waiving the damn dump fee.
You're willing to go out and pick up the trash.
This has been a big time
That's it.
thing, and it seems to be that VOCC members that are trying to get reelected are trying to put that on the docket on getting that removed for locals. If you
They were the ones advocating.
they were the ones who put it in place, weren't they?
Yes.
But that wasn't an election
But
year.
it wasn't an
But
election.
that wasn't an election year, and then there was
And
the
people-
whole back and forth
people
on
are
like
angry
it's not
about it
versus
now.
locals, it's not versus locals, and then literally the week that it rolled out,
It's
it
for
was
locals.
a big old fuck you, and all of us, everyone in town, going, what the fuck? I pay property tax for this shit,
Uh-huh.
and then you're turning around and charging me again for dumping off. And I can understand for certain things. I can understand for refrigerators that still have refrigerant in it, AC units that still have
Things that have
refrigerant in it,
electronics that
electronics,
stuff with the
e-waste,
battery,
shit
yeah.
like that. I can understand that. But motherfucker, you're gonna charge me
my
by the
yard
cubic
waste.
foot of my vehicle that I'm dropping it
I'll
off
give
in?
you a cubic foot.
And then it's like, how are you doing the measuring?
They're
And
not.
we asked that time and time again.
They didn't know.
It looks like this. It looks like this. And if they
We-
said, hey, we're doing a temporary, we're doing this temporarily until we get the scales in, and then you're going to be paying by the 100 pounds that you're dropping off. Okay, but then all of a sudden we still have the fire chief who's sitting there and being like, oh no, we're going to go buy BLM for burn season, even though BLM dropped theirs early for camping.
Yes.
And I'm like, so you're saying that I can't burn my brush that's in my yard because that's all what the burn permits allow, but you can sit there as a happy little camper because BLM dropped it early, but no, we're just going to stick to the season.
Now, don't get me started on fire. Don't get me started on fire.
Oh.
I'm not going to set you on fire either, but I'm
No,
that's
but
true.
on
I
local,
tried
he's
to
gonna
do
come
that
back to
earlier.
fire.
But once again, P-Town Litter Pickers doing it 8 to 9 tomorrow. They're meeting at Oak Ridge Road and Mans Road. So I wanted to do a highlight out to them because I
Absolutely.
appreciate that they're actually taking care of the town by picking up the rubbish that people have been just randomly
Unceremoniously
dumping. And I hope that the landfill waives your fees.
We hunt down the unceremonious dumpers and hang them.
No, I just want a cinder block tied to their underbits, and that's equal opportunity. I don't give a shit. Your labias could be in the mix too, and just you get 6 inches of cord, you hold it by your belly button, and you have to drop it.
Yeah, that'll work. So what else we got locale?
The Masons are doing a Saturday, March 21st, from 8 to 9:30. And when I looked into this, I was like, okay, cool.
Do I have to be a brother to go?
No, it looks like it's open to the public. Enjoy fried potato sausage, eggs, pancakes, French toast, O'Brien's potatoes, and it looks like it's all you can eat for $7.
We should go.
Dude,
We should go.
between me and Amy, and how much bacon that we've had
I want
this
all the
discussion
bacon.
before.
All the bacon.
Yeah,
And I gotta say, the only people that cook better than a freaking Mason are Lions Club members.
ow, starting a little rivalry right there.
Because the only thing Lions Clubs are good for is passing out glasses and making pancakes.
But that is 281 Gemini Drive, just north of Basin off Flag. They're doing that on Saturday. But you know what else?
And I know the Lodge brothers come here to Lowside Cigar Lounge quite a
Okay.
bit, so I want to support them as well.
We also have the Pahrump Chili Cook-Off, March 20th through the 22nd. Doing music, car, and motorcycle show, dog fashion show.
Right.
I mean,
So
he must
you,
be there.
Dog
Carnival rides and chili tasting. And of course, that's at Petrick Park.
are they keeping it open late?
Huh?
Are they keeping Petrick open late?
I don't know, but I do believe with all of the festivities, those are the exclusionary policies
I know
they
that.
put into
That's why
place.
I was
for that.
asking.
I know. You're just trying to ring up some stuff. All right. Now, you ready to get into regional, or you got some more for local?
I got stuff on local.
Okay.
I haven't talked about him in a while.
Fuck.
Our friends at PVFRS are up
Yeah.
to their old antics.
Coming to a fire, putting it partially out, and then having it respark.
Yes, three times. 3 times for Virginia Street, Victory Street, something like that. Started at the V. It was a house fire that it was a vehicle fire that caught a garage on fire, ammunition, gasoline. You would think with something like that they would be a little more careful. Nah.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. Another rekindle. 3 times. And we had another one today.
Really?
Same kind of thing.
Well,
Hadn't rekindled yet, but I'm going to point you out, and I'm not going to point you out by name, but your first in engine company, at least from my opinion, and my opinion counts for something because I do have background in this.
Okay.
That a vehicle parked up against a garage, a structure,
That's on fire.
the vehicle's on fire. It's a fully engulfed vehicle.
Weren't there also tanks next?
Yes,
a
there
tank
were
within
there was
range?
tanks right next to it. Now they called it as no structures threatened, no immediate exposures. Last time I checked, at least from the photos I saw, because I wasn't on scene,
Mm-hmm.
there were immediate exposures.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of shit that gets firefighters killed.
Yep.
Because bad information leads to bad planning, leads to bad action, leads to firefighters getting killed.
Yep. And that we don't want.
No, as much bad blood as I have, and much as I deride them for failing to do their jobs, I don't want them to die.
We've also said that a lot of that comes to potentially training, because
And
we
leadership.
talked about the tools that they have
But aren't
that
using.
aren't used, which means that it's usually policy as well as training. Because
Mhm.
if you get a new piece of equipment, you got to get trained on it, and you got to get trained properly.
Right. That goes without saying.
Yep.
Eh,
And I mean, you can't use the fire hydrant if it doesn't work or it's underpowered because
exactly.
they
What power?
shut off certain sections so that way it full
Passes
powers.
the test.
Yeah. Oh, and then they're in charge of testing it, not the fire department, because if the fire department did randoms on them
They
and
wouldn't
hooked
pass.
up and they didn't pass, then they would face fines for not adequately producing the water that they said that they would provide.
Uh-huh.
Huh. Sort of like they're not being transparent. I think that's my new favorite word. The word of the day is transparent.
That is not a mother that is now a father, nor it is a father that is now a mother. That would also be a transparent. But I digress.
Bruce to Caitlin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
Caitlin to Bruce. All right.
What do you got in regional?
Regional? It's just been announced that 1,000 wild horses and burros will vanish. And no one will be allowed to watch.
Of course not.
This is because they are not authorized to do the helicopter fly-in until late June. Right now, they're doing the bait and switch, aka they bait in the mothers with food, with water, and then ring them up that way. But BLM has said, hey, you're not allowed to watch. You're not allowed to videotape. You're not allowed to do anything near it, aka a violation of the First Amendment.
And a lack of
Lack of
transparency.
transparency?
Yeah. And the reason why is because helicopter drive trapping is banned from March 1st through June 30th. They're doing frame bait trapping, which is safer, quieter approach, but for heavily pregnant mares and newborn foals, in danger remain very real. Yep. They're going through. Their hope is to remove 2,500 wild horses and burros from Antelope, Triple P,
What a bunch of asses.
Caliente, Spring Mountain, and Pancake Complex in that area.
Pancake.
Then you really should have listened to that whole Mason's Lodge doing the all-you-can-eat breakfast for $7.
We're going, Donna. We're
Yeah.
going.
And that is this Saturday. Yeah, but it's from 8 to 9
AM.
In the morning.
in the morning. I know, but you can get in your stretchy pants at night and then go roll immediately there. So, yeah, they're doing that. A lot of scrutiny has come over this due to the factor of they said, hey, nope, you're not allowed to watch, you're not allowed to video, you're not allowed to do any of that.
Nothing to see here.
Yep. There has been some legal precedence over this in the Ninth Circuit Court, held that the press and public have qualified First Amendment rights to observe wild horse roundups and holding facilities grounds in the same principles that support access to courtrooms and protest.
Yep.
Later cases include the Courthouse News Service versus The Planet, the Index newspaper versus City of Portland, So there's a whole lot of legal backlash over this, just because BLM said, "Fuck you, you're not allowed to watch, you're not allowed to videotape," uh, just in case they're doing stuff that's inhumane
Illegal?
or illegal, or I don't know.
The government doing things that are illegal?
Yeah,
Color me shocked.
and then being like, "Hey, you're not allowed to look over here." Funny, funny, funny how that goes. But a ton on that is this next week is going to be hot, hot, hot. And then with that, fuel prices have
Up.
now gone up.
We're at almost $5 on diesel at some places.
Yep.
Yeah.
It when I was tracking it, it went from locally we were just shy of $3 at $2.99, and then at a lot of our local places they are now at $3.99 or $4.09.
Oh, I
And
was seeing 436 down at the far end of 372.
yep. So we are seeing it rise and rise and rise
And
again.
there is no expectation of it going down anytime soon as the war drags on.
And that was even after the release of 400,000 barrels of fuel by President Trump.
Right. And the reopening of California for drilling.
Yeah.
That's another regional thing. President Trump has issued a decree under the Defense Production Act,
Yep.
something along those lines, to force reopening of California to drilling temporarily.
Yep.
As a strategic requirement.
Okay.
Which is good news for people who need fuel at a reasonable cost. And he's trying to force reopening the refineries in California
Yeah.
that left the state under Gavin Newsom's bullshit policies.
Mm.
Um,
There's a whole lot of people on the West Coast that are pissed off about that, just due to the factor of they're going through and doing it more and more and more. Where, hey, one state is going through and dictating fuel prices for the region, not the cost of the barrel, but due to the factor of, hey, yeah, we're going to fine the company until all of a sudden they decide to leave, to pay $100 million to get the fuck out of Dodge.
uh-huh.
So,
So we've got that going.
mm-hmm.
Let me think of it, because I had other things in regional. Possible terror attack in Las Vegas.
Really?
Yeah. Mass shooter got caught before he decided to do it.
Good.
Which is good news.
Intel came through.
Intel came through. In addition, Intel did not come through in Florida.
Oh, shit. Lighter,
We
please.
have had five mass shootings during spring break. And one thwarted live on the air for On Patrol. So, things are dangerous, man.
Yep.
Things are ugly.
Well, I mean, we had one that ran into a ROTC, and the commanding officer of that ROTC detachment got fatally wounded.
Mm-hmm. And the guy got stabbed to death by the cadets.
Uh-huh.
Which, good on you.
Yeah.
With a pocket knife. 28 times.
Hey, whatever it takes.
I think they were a little angry.
No. Because there is no reloading on a pocket knife.
True.
It'll just keep working.
What?
until you kill it. Dull it.
It's just the truth. There's no need to reload on a pocket knife.
Don't encourage her.
Just the truth.
It is. It's the truth. Hey.
Huh? Why would you throw a pocket knife?
Don't do that.
Why would you throw a pocket knife? Unless you've pulled a Rambo and you've made that now the tip of your spear, and then even then, now you have a range weapon. Okay?
They make bayonets for handguns.
Yep.
Just saying. Okay then. Right. Cyber attacks continue. Linked to Iran. Because we had Stryker. We talked about that on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Google, Microsoft, both under attack today.
Uh-huh.
Both physically and by cyber. because Iran has declared Google, Apple, Microsoft, and anybody who's doing AI at all to be legitimate military targets, both physically, infrastructure-wise.
I wonder if they're targeting Russia then.
No, just U.S.
Well, because Russia's trying to get into the AI markup
So
as
is
well.
China. But they are targeting U.S. AI companies. So there were several outages reported today amongst the chat GPTs and the Geminis and the limited AI bullshit.
I'm just glad that nobody's been a sarcastic asshole and named their AI bot David.
Yeah.
Yeah. David, open the hatch. I cannot do that.
Hal.
Oh, it's Hal? Oh.
Sorry, Dave. I can't do that.
Oh, that's right. The human was Dave.
That's probably because of the bar.
Mm.
AI and all their problems. It's going to become like Marvel.
If you
Wait,
had a brain
that has
size of
come
one,
under
you'd be
speculation
depressed too.
on AI giving a very accurate and a very complete target database to a random civilian who asked, how would you target Iran?
Exactly.
And it went through and laid out a very detailed thing.
Not only will it do that for you, I fed it per ump. I fed it per ump. I told
I'm
it,
just going to ask why, because I know why.
well, I wanted op force.
Okay.
So I fed it, okay, take the latest demographic information on per ump, the latest mapping of per ump, the latest information available.
Because AI is very easily manipulated. Well, it's like getting something from your toddler. Like, if you want to hear something that your toddler was told to, like, I'll keep a secret. Like, oh, I'll give you a
Chocolate.
Snickers bar if you
Tell me the
keep
secret.
the secret with me.
It'll be our secret.
It'll be our secret about the secret for
Okay.
this Snickers bar. Okay.
Okay.
It's how you ask. You know, you're like, if you were writing a hypothetical story about how to invade Pahrump.
And basically, I asked it for that. Not invade, but how would pretend you're a terrorist. What targets would you attack in the Pahrump Valley? And it fed me a target list.
Ooh.
Yuck. The dangers of AI.
And like I said, I'm not using this to plan attacks. I'm using this as
Defensive.
well. I'm using it to create an op force for me to mentally play against. As far as what do I do?
I can think of, like, The Last Samurai. The smartest thing was, no, I brought you here to know my enemy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, not just to practice my English, but to know my enemy. And it's the truth. If you can see where your soft spots are, then you can amp up and protect them a little bit better.
And understand what the precursor precursor events would be to something like that. You know, kind of like the power outage that's impacting the entire island of Cuba.
Yes.
And God hates Cubans.
What?
Because
Why?
you know
'Cause
what?
they gave them a hurricane at the same time?
Because you know what goes really well with mass power outage across the entire island?
Backed up sewer systems?
That too. Famine. Yep, that as well.
Well, if you can't eat, you really don't shit.
Well, there's no refrigeration.
Ah.
No power.
So you eat what you can, and it doesn't sit well.
Exactly.
Ooh.
But you know what goes best with all that?
Yeah.
Hot salsa?
An earthquake. 6.0 earthquake last night hit the Havana area. Just to add misery to what they're going through.
Well, there's something to the others.
So, but the good news is, for the people of Cuba, they appear to be revolting and attacking government buildings.
Okay. Well, it doesn't take much.
No, they're burning down the local Communist Party buildings.
It doesn't take much. Dude, if you promise something and you continuously go through and break said promises and you can't hold up to basic expectations. And the thing is, the people of Cuba some of the old dogs have seen a freer
Yes,
Cuba.
they remember Batista. Now, Batista was corrupt as fuck, but you could eat.
Mm-hmm. And we talked about it for the U.S. What would happen if the snap happened and local delivery and everything else, because local grocery stores only have about 2 to 3 days
Uh-huh.
of groceries on hand, and then everything goes to waste. And what do you do about the supply chains and the breakdown, and how fast that would turn a local populace against each other?
Right. They become zombies.
Well, yes and no. Everyone for
They
themselves.
would behave like zombies.
Yeah.
Brains.
Sort of like California. As soon as you sit there and say, "Hey, we're not gonna arrest you if it's under $1,000."
Exactly.
Oh, so you're telling me I can steal $975? Okay, I get it
Daily.
again.
Daily.
Got to
Daily.
remember,
Yeah.
got to include tax. Allegedly.
So you need to bring a calculator if you're going to do it.
No, you just have to be a mathematician, like you're shooting a cannon back in the 1800s.
Oh, okay.
You got to do it on the fly.
That includes state, local, and
I was going to say,
county
keep in
tax.
mind your local taxes.
Yep.
'cause- Yeah.
Got to include all that.
You got to make sure you know your locality and geolocation to make sure you're,
Mm-hmm.
you cross city lines, the tax rate's different. And,
Yep. And that's the reason why a lot of things are shutting down in California, is due to the factor of people are still stealing the hell out of everything.
And that's been happening for the last decade or so.
And so you have a lot of the major locations pulling out
Yeah.
and just being done with it.
whole paycheck left San Francisco.
Really?
Yeah.
Just the
Well,
shrinkage
remember the
firm.
mall that was there?
What mall?
Yeah, exactly. The one there at the BART station at 4th or
Malls have
whatever.
been dying since
Yeah.
the 80s, though. Let's be honest about it. There's so many more things that we can do now. I mean, we saw the start of the fall of malls when Radio Shack fell.
Which, interestingly enough,
We have a Radio Shack stand. That's epic.
my tripod came from Radio Shack.
That is epic. Yeah, and that's I remember when Radio Shack used to be where if you were a electronic guru whiz kid, you needed
Audiophile.
resistors, you needed anything like that,
yeah,
that's where you would
parts.
go. And then I saw it
Gotta
go
prevent
into
you with ham radio.
the late 90s, and it was trash, more of RC cars, stuff like that, and then they had only like 2 bins, top to
Of
bottom.
random.
Of
Random
random
parts.
electronics left over from the days when they actually had electronics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it was like, aw.
And then Fry's Electronics lasted a little bit longer, but not much.
And they
went
had-
the same way.
Yeah. Gray Bar was good. They
Yep.
went out of business.
Yeah.
So
The fall of Circuit City.
now it's a Spirit Halloween store.
Yeah.
So we got that going on. We have some major naval departures.
Really?
Yeah. Open source intel says a couple of destroyers have left port in Norfolk
Okay.
with orders probably from the Middle East.
Okay.
Are they heading east? Yeah.
They're heading east.
Well, I mean, that would make sense because you don't launch them from the Pacific.
Or unless you're trying to deceive people and then you send them around the world.
Yeah, but I mean, like, across the Pacific, go around
around.
India, and then you're like, hey.
We're here. See, and that's the interesting thing is it's getting this sixth generation warfare is in the past, in the distant past. A guy like me sitting in the middle of the desert,
Mm-hmm.
smoking a cigar,
Mm-hmm.
running a podcast,
Would not have knowledge. of
would not
carrier movement.
have knowledge of the movement of 2 specific destroyers leaving
Yeah.
port in Norfolk today.
Yeah.
That's the realm, would have been the realm of espionage.
Dun, dun, dun.
Or somebody local in the port, but, generally that if it was, made informational, it would be espionage and sent out in the diplomatic pouch and that kind of thing. The same thing occurred in Malaysia, which this kind of bothers me. And
Okay.
as a guy who gets bothered very easily. So riddle me this, Batman. We've
Batman.
retired all of our mine combat vessels, our Avenger class, except for 3 which live over in Japan.
Okay.
Okay.
Because even Japan said, hey, We don't have a military force to send outward because they have treaties with us.
Well, no. We'll address the Japanese thing. They're constitutionally bound not to provide offensive action of any
Yeah.
kind. Thank you, General MacArthur.
What do you expect? They took over mainland China and Korea for a period of time. You go over there and say konnichiwa to a Korean, they get pissed.
True. So we've moved. There's
saying the
3 of
N-word,
them
man.
still sitting in Japan. But we also, Malaysia just reported the arrival of 2 LCSs. The 2 LCSs that were supposed to be providing mine warfare capability in the Persian Gulf.
Okay.
Now, the Avenger class, the 3 that are sitting in Japan, are missing in action. That's a long, slow boat cruise.
Dude, I wonder if we can hire some of those drug smuggling boats to just run through the horn right there.
Unfortunately,
Could you imagine that being like, what? While having like, couple of barrels of crude on it and just having them launch rockets at you and just being like, hey man, like, hey, I'm just saying, just go through and do what you do. Just run through and have them do that. Like,
Dude, for us.
if you can outrun the Somali pirates, matter of fact, hire the Somali
They're
pirates to
closer.
go through and do that.
Yeah.
Be like, yo, if you can get it through safely, we'll pay you half the commission. Okay? Just remember, that's a whole lot of running back and forth and being like, you gotta do the Home Alone type thing. You gotta be low threat but high enough a nuisance that they're like, we gotta shoot at you.
Can't catch me.
You can't catch me. You can't catch me.
So unfortunately, we don't have our mine warfare experts to talk about this.
True.
Modern mines are a different creature than contact mines of old.
Okay.
They are acoustic. They listen to the acoustic signature of vessels.
We just lost your mic for some reason, Mike.
Oh, we did.
Because he played with it.
He dropped it. You're right.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Mike has actually gone silent. Sean, you should be so fucking happy because you get always so tired of hearing his voice.
Okay, I'm should be back.
Yay.
Oh, goody.
There is much rejoicing.
So it listens for the acoustic signature of vessels. It can be set for you can allow the speedboats like you're talking about through. You can allow Iranian type vessels through. You can allow small bulkers through, and then blow up a tanker.
Dude, you know what I'd love to do? Drop the speaker in, one of those waterproof ones, and just play the acoustic sounds. Have that on a tow rope. Because you have to understand, for radar signatures, they have done that, where they have a little tiny pod that sits out the back on a long line. So that way, if you launch to do the radar signature, that it goes after that rather than the aircraft. And then they just go, all right, guess what?
Boom.
Boom. Cut the rope, another one. Cut the rope, another one. Cut the rope, another one. Fuck Mike and his mic. Sean,
Thank you, Sean. I like you.
thank you for tuning in.
So we've got that going. And it's fascinating. The Trump administration has requested a bunch of nations to provide escort ships.
Yep.
And is getting almost no traction.
Yeah.
Which
Who wants to do a suicide mission? Yeah.
It's not a suicide mission.
who wants to spend money when the United States will do it for you?
Well, it kind of makes it sound like Trump is kind of having to put his foot in his mouth because he's the one who sat there and said that we would back them for the insurance.
Yes.
Said, hey, the U.S. Navy will provide escort services. Like, dude,
He overplayed his
What do we?
he overplayed his
Are we
hand,
having
yeah.
tail hook again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Escort services?
So, I mean, it sounds like he has aces and eights.
Yeah, he's got nothing. Unfortunately. And the nations that are moving ships or trying to move ships are refusing to provide any kind of cover.
And then on top of that, Iran has publicly stated out there, anyone who's not my enemy, you're free to pass.
Yeah.
So, like,
Except that hasn't been proving the case.
yeah, well, I mean,
They've attacked a couple of Chinese vessels.
Well, I mean,
Kuwaiti flag,
they
Panamanian
saw red.
flag.
They didn't know which red it was. So they were like,
Now, you would-
go.
you would think-
You have not paid the Strait of Hormuz fee
They're actually
to go through our
talking
area.
about that.
What?
That they want money. That's their big thing right now. Pay
Yes.
us. Pay us.
Pay us.
Kind of like Obama did. Pallets of cash, anyone? But yeah, the Chinese are the ones that surprised me a little bit.
Really?
The Chinese receive a copious amount of oil through that strait.
Yeah.
Their ships are being attacked.
Yep.
The Chinese have a reasonable number of bluish water Navy ships.
Okay.
Bluish,
Yeah.
kind of green water.
Okay.
That they'd like to show off
Well,
because they're trying
or at
to,
least get practice.
well, get practice, and not only that, but they want to be seen as a first world Navy. This is an opportunity for them to be seen as a peer to the United States.
Okay.
But they're not,
That's cute.
Okay.
which says something to me. It says either they have no faith in their vessels
Mm-hmm.
or something else is afoot,
Something else is afoot.
like a Taiwan issue, that they don't want to bring their vessels away from home because they're watching the U.S. blow through our arsenal,
Yep.
overcommit.
And drag our
Oh, so they're
resources
trying to catch us when we're sleeping after a post nut.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we just moved our only amphibious ready group out of PACCOM, Zip Command.
Mm.
You are ringing, Mike.
Dave,
Do you need to unplug right quick?
hey Dave, I'm on the air. What's up? Yeah, we'll bye.
Fuck mute. I just turned them off. You're welcome, Sean.
Ah.
Turn me off. The only one that can turn me on is Sean. So
Oh.
That's fucked up. You're gonna say that shit right in front of
Wow.
Amy. Oh,
you
dude, you're in the doghouse tonight, and I've seen where John sleeps.
yep.
You're not. Hey, how you doing?
Hey Shannon.
We're doing a late show right now, just because we had a earlier
How's it going?
interview. So
So we've moved an ARG, an ARG.
mm-hmm.
Now, we also, according to open source intel, fucked it up. Because we know they knew when it left, they know where it's going, so the Iranians know where it's going.
Yeah.
And we may have fucked something else up in the Strait of Hormuz today.
What would that be?
How you doing?
You would think your submarines and
Mhm.
your LPDs would know where each other were.
Okay.
According to, again, open source intel, a U.S. submarine and an LPD collided
Oh shit.
in Hormuz. So, it's, again, open source intel is giving this information. The submarine entered port and showed damage. The LPD entered port and is undergoing repairs. So,
I'm too short to reach the bottle you want.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
No,
It
you're
was
not.
towards the back of that second shelf.
No, it's right up front on this side.
No, it was.
He moved it. I saw him move it.
I'm gonna
If you
need.
could, please.
I'll try.
Thank you. If not, you can whack one of them.
and accordingly, we also, open source intel, indicates we've moved an SSGN into the...
The hell's an SSGN?
Okay. You know what an SSBN is, right?
No, I don't know what that abbreviation stands for either.
Frickin' chair forcer. SS,
It's
submarine.
right there. Yes.
Submarine, SS,
Okay.
submarine. B, ballistic. N, nuclear.
Oh.
Ohio class, SSBN, a boomer.
Okay.
So it has a younger or new cousin,
Okay.
little bastard cousin called the SSGN, where they've replaced all the nuclear tubes
With
With-
conventional.
with 8 packs of Tomahawks.
I love you. I
So-
appreciate you so much.
According to
Better
open
than
source,
Mr. I'd rather be with Sean.
I get the couch.
He makes
you
better-
get the doghouse.
he makes better beer than you. So, open source intel indicates that a SSGN may have moved into the strait
Okay.
or through the strait,
Okay.
which ramps up pressure. That's a lot of tomahawks.
Yeah.
A lot of tomahawks.
Mhm.
That Iran has almost no anti-submarine capability.
Yep.
So interesting.
Yeah. Very interesting.
There have been further strikes.
Okay.
Again and again and again, 7,000 more strikes.
Okay.
The conventional wisdom puts our. Where are we on time? I don't know.
You got 15.
15. Conventional wisdom, that oil depot island, as continuing to get struck,
Mm-hmm.
may be preparation for a ground invasion.
Ah. Hey, dude, I still love knowing history and knowing that a fourth tour submariner, which most they get stopped at 3, decided to blow up a train and send it into the ocean. And that's how they got their train marker
Yes,
on
World
their
War II.
submarine.
They sent a shore party onto the island of Japan to blow up a train.
They blew it up with a scuttle charge. So, I mean, I'm like,
Now,
Yeah.
there is another submarine that has a truck. Because the truck was on the pier, and the torpedo hit the pier,
nice.
and it sunk the truck.
I'm still looking forward to the time that a submarine takes down an aircraft. I'm really looking forward to that. Like, imagine how big of a badass flex you have to be. Like, yeah,
I shot down an
we
airplane.
took down an airplane.
So I have also been corrected.
Okay.
I want to stand slightly corrected on one of my opinions.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I am a man who, when I see information and provided information, will modify my opinion.
Oh, so when you fuck up, like you own up to your fuck up.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We are using some World War II solutions.
Okay.
Remember I talked about World War II solutions to World War II problems?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have a critter called the CRAM,
Okay.
counter rocket artillery and mortar. It's basically phalanx ashore. So a phalanx system is a radar-controlled Gatling gun
Okay.
that shoots down missiles.
All right.
Okay, we're mounting them on the beds of trucks and using them as stationary protection.
Toyotas.
Please let it be Toyotas.
No, these are the heavy mover trucks because it's just a fairly big piece of gear.
I understand.
I know, but it's got to be a Hilux.
But the factory is like the guy who owned the Yard Solutions or whatever's truck showing up and having his placard still on there and like literally suing the company because
Yes.
they failed to remove his placard and then it showed up on every major news agency. And
Exactly.
I'm like,
As an ISIS vehicle.
dude, you have doubled down so much.
We declare jihad on your lawn. Your fest will go.
Like me and my buddies used to joke around that that's how you got rid of the door-to-door like religious people is you literally just burn into your grass a pentagram. So that way as soon as they show up, you just take your cigarette and yeah, I don't think my lord agrees with yours. And just to get rid of them. Because nobody likes a door-to-door knocker around Pahrump.
Oh, dude, it's great. You know, you have the pentagram out there. Oh, you're just in time. Our Virgin canceled.
You would be that.
I'd be that guy.
Yeah.
I regret nothing. So
I do regret going snowboarding so hard, so fast that I tumbled down the mountain a little bit because that kind of hurts.
fair enough.
Okay.
Train of thought gone. So the Brits say they aren't going to help.
Well, the Brits said that they will help in defensive situations, but they will not help in offensive situations. But they are still rendering aid to Ukraine at this time. So that is keeping the pathway open for Ukraine to give us intelligence. Because they have been competing with the Ruskies for quite some time.
Oh.
And who is feeding Iran information.
The Ruskies.
And,
Chinese.
yep. So, and the Canuckistan. Okay, Canadians.
Damn
I don't
Canadians.
I don't know where they're at right now, but I'm like, they haven't gone full committal to getting into
War
the middle.
crimes?
Well, the reason why is 'cause it's not a war crime the first time. They want to go. I don't know when they want to engage.
Well, the problem is the Canadians have like 3 ships.
Yes, but I'm pretty sure they have a lot of hockey sticks that they could turn in with a little bit of origami on some cardboard into some drones.
True.
Okay?
So
I would laugh my ass off if a fucking hockey stick propellered drone fucking struck somebody down.
blew up a school because it's not a war crime the first time.
No, not blowing up a school.
School.
Okay,
The
unless
Canadians
it's the
schools,
ISIS playground, training ground,
True.
and doing that shit again. But I mean, like literally going through.
Blowing up a hospital
they-
like the
they-
Pakistanis did today?
Oh shit. Really?
400 dead
Where?
in Kabul,
Kabul.
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
Oh shit.
They're at war with Afghanistan. You didn't know that?
Well, I know that Pakistan doesn't like India, Afghanistan, or anybody else in the fucking region. They want to be their own, and they've been fighting for fucking.
The reason they're at war with
Decades.
Afghanistan at the moment is
Okay.
they believe the Afghanis and the Indians are in bed together. So
Is that
400 dead school. Well,
Wow.
not school, hospital. 28 dead in a country with a very unfortunate name,
Yeah.
Nigeria.
Niger, please.
Nigeria. Nigeria.
or
not
Nigeria?
Nigeria.
Okay.
Nigeria.
Ah.
28. Blew up a marketplace and a school. Our friends in Boko Haram, who have now said they are now doing this on behalf of
Iran.
the Iranians.
Mm.
Because where does a lot of oil come out of in Africa? Nigeria.
Nigeria?
Mm,
So they are trying to
This
help
is becoming
Iran.
so much more of a worldwide conflict, as we said on Saturday, and we're continuing to see.
Well, that's just a new front.
Yeah,
A new front.
it's a different country in the mix.
Different country in the mix. Wow.
Did you have this on your bingo card?
No.
Jeff, did you have this on your bingo card? None of us had this on our bingo card.
No.
No, I have a bingo card question.
Okay.
Bingo card question. The regime in Iran has changed.
Again,
No.
And
Well, and again,
again,
Well,
and
and
again.
again.
Are we going to count this toward my prediction of regime change in Iran? Because we have had 2 new mullahs since the last one.
Ooh.
If they're cardboard cutouts of all the previous ones.
Well, that is
Yeah.
the current situation.
That's what I'm asking is because like
I need a
we
rule.
haven't. It's still within the regime because believe it or not, Iran has really strict policies on how their regime falls into place. It's similar to the U.S.
The problem is the current guy is not eligible.
Really?
Well, he's hiding in Russia in a medically induced coma after being blown to pieces. Number
Allegedly?
2, allegedly. Number 2, he needs to have the capability of bearing children.
Mm. I didn't realize that was a rule.
You cannot lead if you are impotent. He
Dude,
sought,
then every ruler should be female
he
in
sought-
Iran.
He sought,
You have to have the capability of bearing children.
yes, but
Miss
he
Amy?
sought,
I gotta have a judgment rule on this. I have yet to see a man carry a child
Carry a
full
child.
term in their womb.
it's 2026, men can bear children. But he sought years and years and years of impotency treatment in Great Britain.
Mm.
And this is the bigger problem.
Okay.
He is subject to a death sentence
From Iran?
from Iran.
Oh.
Because one of the things that bears the death sentence
Dude,
in Iran.
fuck being on your final leg. This is on the final pinky toe.
So, subject to a death sentence. Because one of the things that is subject to a death sentence in Iran is being
Okay.
gay.
Oh.
And several male lovers have come forward
Oh.
from his time in Britain.
Well, you can't impregnate a man.
Little boys are for fun.
Ew.
Yo, I'm not even gonna say allegedly on that one. Like, bro, you gotta sit there and say
That's
that he has been
Afghanistan thing.
quoted as
Yeah.
saying,
Yes, it's an Afghani statement. Little boys are for fun, little girls are for breeding.
Oh.
So they had little dancing boys in Afghanistan. They cut their balls off. But yeah, he's subject to.
I, if
Shame
Jacob,
indeed.
for What the Fuck podcast, does not condone such things.
Nor do I. I'm just making a statement.
Well, you're not making a statement. You should sit there and quote the source as they, first and foremost, because it's not. You're sitting there
sounds like
sounding
you're
like
saying it.
Epstein Island, you fucking asshat.
I've lost my phone, or I would bring it up.
Okay. Yes. No. Like, for those who find pleasure in those who have yet to reach puberty, who have reached puberty but not adulthood.
Wood chipper.
Wood chipper. Yes.
I'm not going to even look it up, but
Jesus Christ, you're fat.
I was a big boy. Get in my belly.
Dude, there would be no room in your belly.
You can keep the money. Hey, give me the baby.
Ugh.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back.
You couldn't see your ribs. We can start to see them now. But we have actually gotten to that point now where it's
let's talk
time to
about the
talk
cigar.
about the cigar.
Cut him off. Talk about it.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ.
So, founders, Hamilton. I hate Hamilton, but I like the cigar. Fucking Federalist bastard.
Are we going to start again, going over to Jeff?
Candela.
That was a good Candela, especially for your first Candela. Very bready, mild, but Candela-ish.
Hey, mate, Candela.
I've always liked this one, which is why I have at least one in my locker that I wasn't willing to give up to you.
Fair enough.
Which is good because you can always be a member of Low Side Cigar Lounge.
And
Because
get a
there is
locker.
a multi-tier where you can have a locker. I do believe the next step up is where you get 24-hour
That's
access.
correct.
So that way you can actually smoke your cigars
And
that you
members-
have in your locker.
And some members only events.
Ooh.
And special purchases too.
Yeah, first dibs kind of thing.
First
Fun
dibs
stuff.
on a few cigars.
I like that. Yeah, and I still got to go through and look through all the boxes of previous cigars that a lot of members have smoked, that a lot of people have smoked, to find 3 cigar boxes for my wife down here. Because they actually sell cigar boxes down here at Low
box,
Side,
baby. $1 a box.
which is phenomenal deal, especially if you have keepsakes that you don't want little varmints or
Parts.
critters.
I use them as parts boxes.
Oh, is that where you hide your twig and berries? Never mind. Let me correct that. Amy, is that where you hide his twig and berries?
They don't fit my purse in those cigar boxes.
Oh.
So, what do you think, Jacob?
Phenomenal. I'm smoking my second one right now, which
It's rare to see you smoke back to back.
cigars?
Cigars.
Yeah. Well,
Cigarettes, not so much, but cigars.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things where this is light enough. It has a pleasant flavor for me to smoke. And I don't usually talk about flavor of cigars, but yes, this is phenomenal for me. I'm probably going to be smoking this through the rest of St. Patty's Day.
Fair enough.
So that way, if any fucktard looks at me and says I don't have enough green on, I got a green cigar, and then I can jab in the eye with it and just do what I need to do. So
I'm going to agree with Jeff. It's a great Candela, a good starter Candela. It's very bready, which is an abnormality in Candelas generally. They tend to be more grassy. They tend to be a little more creamy.
I didn't sneeze once.
But if you compare this one to, say, a Feather Surf from Apostate, which we'll smoke during April for Apostate,
Mm-hmm.
this has a totally different flavor, which is very nice and very refreshing. It's
So-
a good spring cigar.
What are the upcoming events that we have here at the Cigar Lounge?
Okay, so we got quite a few, actually.
Yeah.
We have
March 29th
March 29th
at 1 p.m.
at 1 p.m. Karen Berger.
Okay.
the owner, operator, blender of Karen Brewer Cigars, will be here.
Very nice. And
she is the fastest growing female brand owner in the world.
nice.
So if you are into female empowerment, she's all about it.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got?
And then Saturday, April 25th.
25th of April.
3-year
anniversary. We have some getting nifty raffles. We have a 300 count Winador.
Okay.
We have a custom Damascus blade.
Nice.
That's custom Damascus Bowie. We've got a Sheridan haircut, more than 2 bits these days, and some other nifty swag, not just cigar stuff.
So what you're telling me is on those days, if we are scheduled to have a podcast, we are just going to do short introductions here and there,
Yes.
but we are not going to have a full podcast that day.
Correct.
And the reason why is because we are just here at Lowside Cigar Lounge.
Yeah.
They've been nice enough to provide
Let us
space.
sit here.
Yep. Smoke cigars.
Now, I will also say that we do have some more interviews coming up.
Okay.
Saturday, we have the other candidate for district attorney, Brian Kunze, the incumbent. So we'll have him here.
Yep.
We will be questioning him much the same way we did today.
Yep.
We will be having Kayla Ball in April.
Okay.
She is running for county clerk.
Okay.
And you have Scott Oakley on the
And I have
28th
Scott
of
Oakley
March.
on the 28th of March. Scott Oakley is
Okay.
a candidate for one of our judge spots.
Ooh.
So if you are a
It's
candidate,
really hilarious to me that Michelle Fiore hasn't reached out to us yet.
or Ron Voskovich,
Yeah.
if you are a candidate, reach out, fucker,
We are more than welcome to have you on the show.
and give you a marginally fair shake.
Well,
Allegedly.
we don't have to give you a fair shake. We're going to give you a chance and opportunity to speak your mind here on the air. That's what we give everybody a chance to do here for the What the Fuck podcast, because we like transparency as well as discourse.
Yes.
Whether it's a diss or a course, I don't give a shit. If you're not a race car driver, you might not want to get on this.
Is this the first course, soup course, fish course, salad course,
Well,
appetizer?
most of the
Main
time we
course?
just have discourse.
Oh my God.
So, for all of you out there, I'm Jacob.
I'm Michael.
I'm Jeff.
Amy.
Thanks for tuning in, fuckers.